Asteroid Psyche holds the title of being the largest among the M-type asteroids, a group of space rocks with a mysterious nature, believed to contain an unusually high amount of metals. Scientists suggest that these intriguing asteroids might be leftovers from the early solar system, potential fragments of planet cores that didn't manage to come together during the formation of planets. The asteroid Psyche has captured the interest of many skywatchers. NASA is preparing a mission to explore the Psyche asteroid, which is expected to reach its destination in 2026. The Psyche asteroid is located a vast distance of about 200 million miles away from us. During its mission, the spacecraft will spend 21 months in orbit around Psyche. It will employ various tools, such as a multispectral imager, a gamma-ray and neutron spectrometer, a magnetometer, and a radio instrument, to study the properties of the asteroid. Psyche is positioned within the asteroid belt that exists between the planets Jupiter and Mars. It is believed to be the remnant core of a planet that did not fully develop. This space rock is around 124 miles in diameter and is estimated to contain metals with an astonishing value of about $10,000 quadrillion. What sets Psyche 16 apart from other celestial bodies of its kind is its composition, predominantly made up of iron and nickel. This unique composition could potentially give it a mining value amounting to quadrillions of dollars. Of course, bringing the asteroid back to Earth is not feasible. There's a lighthearted notion circulating that if it were somehow brought back, it could turn everyone into billionaires and potentially disrupt the global economy. Who made the first discovery of the asteroid Psyche, and how is it categorized? In a study, multiple telescopes were employed to create a temperature map of the asteroid's surface. This enabled astrophysicists to deduce the presence of metal grains across its exterior. The credit for the discovery of this asteroid goes to an Italian astronomer named Annibale de Gasparis, who identified it on March 17, 1852. He named the asteroid Psyche in reference to the Greek goddess of the soul, Psyche, who married Eros, known as Cupid in Roman mythology, the god of love. Annibale de Gasparis recounted the discovery by saying, "I shall never forget the sight, nor the exclamations of wonder that broke forth from all of us standing around when the yellow gleam of the precious metal appeared under the stardust." This passage from Garrett Service's 1898 story, Edison's Conquest of Mars, illustrates the moment when a group of spacefaring humans realizes they are standing on a valuable resource. These explorers are part of a fleet traveling to Mars in retaliation against a Martian attack on Earth. During their journey, they stumble upon an outpost on an asteroid where precious metals are being mined. It becomes clear that the planet isn't a solid sphere of gold, shaped like a molded bullet. Instead, it's made up of various sized nuggets that have come together due to their mutual gravitational pull, forming a small metallic planet. This excerpt, often considered the first mention of asteroid mining in science fiction, gained new significance recently when a California company named Deep Space Industries unveiled its plan to initiate a new space-based gold rush by mining asteroids for valuable metals. More than 900 newly discovered asteroids that pass near Earth each year can serve as a significant resource, akin to how the Iron Range of Minnesota played a crucial role in the Detroit car industry last century. These asteroids, located conveniently close, can supply essential materials for industries in space during this century. This venture was announced by the company's CEO, David Gump. Deep Space Industries aims to create a small fleet of spacecraft called Fireflies, designed to extract precious minerals from asteroids. These minerals could encompass gold, platinum, and rare earth metals. The company plans to test these craft in 2015 and, if all goes well, initiate an exploratory round-trip mission as early as 2016 to collect samples weighing up to 70 kilograms. Ultimately, the company envisions regular asteroid mining operations for profitable ventures. The announcement is reminiscent of a similar one made in April 2012 by a company named Planetary Resources. This venture garnered support from notable figures like Google executives Larry Page and Eric Schmidt, filmmaker James Cameron, and X-Prize founder Peter Diamandis. They too aim to initiate asteroid mining as a business endeavor. Back in 1962, U.S. Vice President Lyndon Johnson introduced the idea at the Seattle World's Fair. He conveyed that, in the future, asteroids containing immensely valuable metals could be brought close to Earth, providing a vast source of mineral wealth for our industries. While much of the focus has been on the potential economic gains of asteroid mining, often likened to a new gold rush, it's worth noting that during the same period as Johnson's speech, there was also mention of a more comprehensive perspective on the potential benefits of asteroid mining in Sunday newspaper comic sections. In a comic from April 15, 1962, part of Arthur Radebaugh's Closer Than We Think series, an article called Asteroid Arrestor introduced a unique idea. NASA might use big rockets to catch asteroids. These space rocks could be used for science and industry. The plan aimed to explore the solar system's beginnings, collect minerals, and learn about life's origins. Back in 1965, author Dandridge Cole had an interesting idea about asteroids. He thought they could provide us with resources and become homes in space. He suggested that after taking out the resources, we could make living spaces inside these asteroids. The plan was to make what he called gold mines in the sky, where even 1 million people could live. By making the asteroid spin around a center, it would create pretend gravity. Cole's creative idea wanted to change how we saw space travel, showing that living inside an asteroid could be exciting for those who grew up there. However, these bold ideas were uncommon. Instead, attention often returned to the economic benefits of taking metals from these large space rocks. The plan involved moving asteroids closer to Earth, an idea that gained traction in the 1970s as the first step toward asteroid mining. In a notable instance, an article from the Coshocton Tribune on March 18, 1976, titled, "We Will Be Mining Outer Space in the Future, 2 MIT Men Predict," outlined the visions of Dr. Thomas B. McCord and Dr. Michael J. Gaffey. The article begins with an enthusiastic assertion. The miners of the future could work in spacesuits and ride home on rocket-powered asteroids. It goes on to elaborate that the two scientists proposed a feasible business strategy involving selecting an asteroid around 1 kilometer in diameter, attaching a rocket to it, and gradually shifting it into a closer Earth orbit. Their objective was to mine this asteroid for valuable materials like iron and nickel, metals that, according to the article, were proving to be increasingly challenging to mine on Earth. McCord and Gaffey didn't settle for just one idea. They had another notion: miners living on an asteroid while it circled the sun. These miners would send raw materials to space factories orbiting Earth. The refined metal would then be dropped into the oceans of Earth. This extends an earlier concept from Radebaugh's strip on Christmas Eve in 1958 called Ores Shoot from Space. This highlighted British astronomer Professor Zdenek Kopal's idea. He focused on the moon, suggesting that its weaker gravity would make it easier to lift minerals. Once beyond the moon's pull, Earth's stronger gravity would take over, guiding the material along an unseen pathway to Earth, where it would land in a remote desert area. These ideas showcase the creative ways in which people were envisioning the potential of space resources, even decades ago. In the business of space profits, the moon and asteroids have captured the attention of forward-looking space enthusiasts. Consider an article from 1981 in Canada's Globe and Mail. It describes a collaborative project involving Princeton University and MIT. Together, they've developed a working prototype of an inventive propulsion system designed for capturing and mining asteroids. A mass driver, or electromagnetic catapult, could rapidly launch a 1-kilogram payload at 800 kilometers per hour. Fueled by solar panels, it may transport materials from the moon to orbiting structures or enable asteroid mining. In August 1984, NASA proposed a lunar base, moon rock-derived rocket fuel, and asteroid mining by 2010. Pioneers continually push space resource utilization for terrestrial gains. In 2 years, NASA's Robert Nelson predicted astronauts would land on asteroids, extract materials, and transport them to space stations as independent communities. NASA and government institutions fostered these ideas. While in the late 1970s, the Associated Press noted private entities like John Krause saw a role in asteroid mining's future. He expressed, "Just wait until it's demonstrated that you can use solar power to mine an asteroid for profit. Then everyone will want to be in on it." He asserted, This whole business is much too important to be left to the federal government. Let us know in the comments. We would love to hear them. With that said, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more.